Alright, here we go. 10 seconds. Let's fucking go. I'll mute myself while it's playing and not talk over it. And then I'll talk through it.
Peggy 16.
Pure and radiant, he wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying. In that forsaken place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. The Erdtree faithful.
They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war.
Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikola is doing here.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Did we see a man get violated by a cock sleeve for a moment? June 21st. Okay. That's not too far away. There was quite a lot in there. I'm glad that they're adding a lot more story content because Elden Ring genuinely has like one of the best fucking stories. And the voice acting always goes hard in these games, right? But specifically Elden Ring, like fucking hell. It's so hang on, it's the trailer itself. That's just me. Hang on. They do sort of do it in a very obscure sort of way in the sense that like, hey, all this really cool shit happened and you arrive. It's like arriving to a party like late and everyone's already left. Like, oh shit, this must have been an amazing fucking party. There's a dead fucking dragon on that castle there with a spear through it. What the hell happened here? It's one of those things that's like, if I'd compare it to a movie, it's like The Hangover. In a sense where all the cool wild shit has already happened and you've arrived late. And I'm now trying to piece together what just happened. Probably the closest I can get to describing what the story is like in Elden Ring. They do the same thing in Dark Souls, but if you play and Bloodborne, but if you play Sekiro, the story in that is actually very direct and, you know, a lot more easier to digest because they just straight up have characters with names that you can talk to. It's like Sekiro is the odd one out in the sense that you're not too late. You turn up in time. You're part of the story. You're the main character. Do you know what? For me, if they add in more fancy, cool-looking armor and swords, I'm sold. Because let's be honest, the main reason will play these games is to dress up our character in cool-looking outfits, right?
Radiant. He wields.
That's what we do. We want to make our characters look cool. If this offers us, we don't care about the story about anything else. If it gives us new outfits, I'm sold. I'm putting my money down for that. I might even get the collector's edition.
Terrifying.
But yeah, that price is definitely something I was not expecting. I thought it'd be like 20 or something, or 30 at most. I mean, a lot of people do. I picked the Rani ending when I completed the game. I think everyone did because she is wife as fuck.
A lot of your fellows.
However,
The Erdtree faithful.
I mean, Renala is also there. You know, Renala has got the biggest pussy in the entire game, right? Like, statistically speaking, the size of her pussy is huge compared to everyone else. That is also an option I think people sleep on. And because they don't have the balls to, you know, take that challenge. Yeah, do you know what? I'd have the balls to take on
Taken
biggest
place.
pussy in all of the lands between.
Blood must spill. Blood
But
of
also,
your
it looks like
fellows.
we've got another contender for potential wife. I'm not sure how much you're into nuns. If you're into nuns, you got a nun you can fetishize here, I guess.
The Erdtree faithful.
Okay, one thing I really fucking love about Elden Ring. I pause it at the right time.
Blood of your fellows.
And one of the things I think this game is going to be remembered for is the fact that its art style is so fucking good. So it wasn't the best looking game that came out when it came out. Obviously, there were games that had like really fucking realistic graphics, but because the graphics are stylized and really artistically rendered like this, it's one of those games that I think will age better than a lot of games coming out. So you got games constantly trying to like chase after realism, right? Trying to look the most realistic as possible. And those games look good now, but I think in a few years' time, it's like the fucking Last of Us getting remastered again in like less than 5 years for the third time. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Whereas Elden Ring, I think, if you play this game in like fucking 20 years from now, it will still look really fucking good. Like, I think the only thing you'd probably need to do is probably upscale it. Like, thing is, it's you can get high-res textures and stuff. I think it's one of those games that will age a lot better. Like, if you look at The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, how good that game looks compared to the amount of times, like you mentioned, Skyrim being re-released over and over again, Horizon Zero Dawn getting a fucking re-release. Like, I think I would rather have more games try to be artistically unique like this. Chances are we probably won't fucking do it. Getting more games like this because everyone's trying to like lean into AI and take shortcuts and make really shitty looking games. Looking at you, Square Enix, I know what you've been up to.
The Erdtree faithful.
Also, I know you mentioned where's your boy Alexander. It turned out his entire fucking family is right there. I fucking hate AI. The fact that people are using it for the shittiest of things, right? Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's gonna make our lives easier. Instead, it's made everyone's lives hard, like much harder by making people lose their jobs and making like fucking the worst things possible, honestly. It's like we could have AI doing shit like working out our taxes and stuff, so we don't have to sit there with a calculator working shit out. But no, instead, it's making really shitty pictures of people with 8 fingers in one hand that people want to jerk off to, I guess, because a lot of it's being used for porn. A lot of very illegal revenge porn.
They were never saints. They just happened to be.
Alright. So one thing From Software get memed on a lot for is having enemies that are just fire versions. A lot of fire-based enemies and bosses. Like, they've got Lava Demon, they've got Lava Monster, they've got Lava Giant, they've got a lot of like Lava Centurion or something. Like, this is something that, I don't know, someone at From Software really fucking loves fire and might be a closet arsonist. Who knows?
On the losing side of a war.
But there we go. There's a man being violated by a cock sleeve there. That's like the Dune popcorn bucket. Because I know there's gonna be artists out there probably already drawing artwork of people trying to fuck that. Either or that is someone's girlfriend who just turned into a worm and she still loves him, but he doesn't love her back because he's clearly trying to get away from her. I don't know. Would you still love your girlfriend if she became a worm like that? If that's what it meant, would you still love your girlfriend? Let me know in chat. Also, finally, we're getting some furry representation, right? Hell yeah! More, like Blade was great. Sorry, Blade even. Blade was one of the best characters in Elden Ring, and we're getting more furries. I think, you know what? This is only a net win for everyone, right? It looked pretty well lubricated to me. I mean, it had teeth as well. So if you're not, you got no issues with that part, I guess you're good, mech. But yeah, more furry representation. Hell yeah.
Ooh, looking cool, Joker.
More lightning as well. Okay. Lightning's been mostly an Elden Ring thing.
Wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft?
Okay, so theory time. Who the fuck is this?
Thou truly lordship sanction
Because he mentions Mother, right?
in one so
And he's also got red hair, which is from, if anyone cares about the Elden Ring lore, from Radagon. Radagon's line is known for having red hair. Radahn has red hair. It's a one thing, but also Radagon and Marika obviously sired the demigods of Elden Ring, who all hold fractions of the Elden Ring. I'm guessing, is this like one child that they fucking threw in a dumpster somewhere and like did not acknowledge? Like, are they introducing another member of the family now? Is this the new boss of the So I know the story is meant to be about Mikela, but also are they introducing another sibling to the whole thing? I'm thinking it might be a secret sibling, judging by the dialogue he's saying, and also, yeah, because Melania also had red hair. Radahn had red hair, and they're from obviously Radagon's line. So chances are this is one of Radagon and Marika's kids. But also, one thing I want them to answer, right? How the fuck did Marika and Radagon have kids when they're the same person? Sorry for spoiling the twist there. I'm very sorry if anyone that didn't know the twist of Elden Ring, but Marika and Radagon are the exact same person. Because the whole story was, you know, Radagon left Marika to have kids with Renala, and that's how we got Rani and the other demigods. But then, like, before that, you've never looked in the mirror. I mean, that's not the problem. The question is, how did they do it? I want to know how, Luna RP. I'm not asking if they would do it. Like, obviously, everyone's had that thought, right? At some point. Like, would you fuck a clone of yourself? But how did they do it? Because in the game as well, when you fight Radagon, you see Marika turn into him. So it's not that she created a separate body. It's the same body that she just shifts between. The question is, like, did he, like, jerk off into a jar and then turn back into Marika and then, like, get a syringe and, like, IVF himself, I guess? Anyway, Marika is gender fluid. This game represents LGBT people in the best possible way. Hell yeah.
bereft.
Stay mad about it if you hate that. Okay, hang on. There was a weeaboo there. I saw that martial arts. I'm guessing this is one of the bosses. Yeah, it's a boss. I was gonna say it could have been an enemy, or it could be a mini boss, but you can see the fog gate in the background. So it looks like we'll get to fight a dude with a really wide brim hat that likes to literally throw hands at you, which is cool. The Spirit Tuner. Oh crap. The one you meet at the very beginning outside Stormhold. Sorry, Stormvale. Stormhold is from Stardust. I'm fucking, because I've been reading a Neil Gaiman book which has a very similar name. Yeah, the Spirit Tuner that helps you summon Spirit Ashes. I've forgotten her name already. It's been 2 years since I played this game, okay? Give me a break. Let me go back and check. Was it her? I think it might be a character that looks like her.
Wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
Yeah, that was it, yeah. I completely forgot. I'm not sure if that's a character that someone's made. Because I recognize that blue hood. I had that blue hood for a lot of my playthrough. I think it might just be a character that looked similar. A player character. But it looks like they're casting a fancy pink spell. We've got bosses that do hand-to-hand. I would like it if they introduce weapons for us to do hand-to-hand combat like this. If we can like get more weapons that let us do shit like this. Monk build, please. Let us. I think it might be like a spirit, like a weapon skill they can probably put on.
I presume you, too, are keen to know.
They've added in the medieval equivalent of an AR-15. So I imagine, and I'm hoping for this. I don't think they will. I'm hoping that there's a level set in a school. Because they've done it before in Bloodborne, okay? There's a Bloodborne area where it's set in a university. And all the enemies in that... I mean, every enemy actually in Bloodborne has a gun. But a lot of enemies in that place have guns. So, like, it literally is, like, trying to... Because they got the university in Bloodborne. And there's, like, enemies, like, in wheelchairs with, like, Gatling guns. And, like, obviously hunters with pistols and stuff. So it literally is, like, trying to, like, survive an active shooter. But it's multiple shooters, but also you also have a gun and you are the school shooter, shooting up all the university students. Release Bloodborne on PC, please. Yeah, I think they're bringing a bit of American freedom to the lands between, right?
Just what kind Mikola is doing here.
Is that fucking? Please tell me that's like the Elden Ring equivalent of Sokka from Avatar with his boomerang sword.
No.
Are we gonna have someone with a boomerang sword? Can we get a boomerang sword weapon from being that boss? Okay, that Hippogatus hedgehog thing, I imagine is gonna be a new... Do you know those lobsters in the swamp area that can fucking snipe you because projectiles can track you as you're moving? I imagine this is the upgraded version of those, right?
Those stripped of the race of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
Come now.
Hang on. That guy
Of Mesmer's flame.
has a snake. Because one of the kids of Marika and Radahn also is a boss fight that becomes a giant fucking snake. Honestly, I think one of the most epic boss fights as well in Redmane Castle. No, not Redmane Castle. Volcano Manor, wasn't it? Yeah. Because he turns into Rykard turns into a snake, doesn't he? And then obviously you fight him with that big sword. Which, honestly, it's one of the easiest bosses. I beat him first try, but it looked cool as fuck. I imagine if this is like a secret, like, child between Marika and Radagon, maybe it's one that was related to Rykard. Did you hate that? I thought that fight was epic. I thought it was easy, it's very simple, don't get me wrong. But because you're fighting, like, I think he was legitimately the biggest boss in the game. Oh, yeah, because you have to use the weapon that it gives to you. I think that's what made it so easy as well. But I think because of the sense of scale, because you're fighting like a giant fucking enemy with a big anime weapon, it was really easy. It looked really cool, but if they made you do it more than once, I'd probably hate it. It's one of those cool, really cool bosses that you fight and think, oh wow, that was awesome. But, like, it wasn't really like a test of skill or anything. It's just pick up the weapon and then whack him with it. Even better, pick up the weapon and summon your fucking mimic tier and let him do it, because it's so easy. It's so simple. You don't have to fight it yourself. Your mimic tier can probably solo it. But I reckon it might be related to Rykard and Volcano Manor.
Come now. Touch the withered arm and travel to the realm.
I imagine the way you start this DLC is touching the withered arm of Mikola in Moog's Palace. I started a New Game Plus on Elden Ring, so I probably need to get to that part at least, which is like a good 2/3 of the way in the game, if that's how you do it. Unless there's like a menu option you can click to start it. But imagine the way they've done it before is like they'd want you to be a certain level, obviously, at a certain point in the game. I mean, I am replaying it anyway, so I'll probably get to that. I might even stream my playthrough of it leading up to it, depending.
Realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
I wonder if we'll actually get to see Mikola's face this time as well. Instead of just the back of his head. Alright, let's have a look. Pre-order to get in-game bonus gesture, Ring of Mikola. Okay. What's in the collector's edition? Let's have a look. Okay, you get an art book, which is cool, because the artwork in these games are really fucking good. Statue. Oh, is that Maz? Okay. Mesmer the Impaler, that's the dude in the trailer, I imagine, is the final boss of that game. Or the expansion, anyway. Well, hang on. Shadow of the Erdtree, voucher code, and official soundtrack. Okay. Does that mean that you get a discount on the DLC for ordering the collector's edition? Or does that actually contain the download code for it? I'll need to look into that later, actually. I'll need to look it up. So I imagine they'll probably release like something in the... Let me look it up now, actually. Can I find it anywhere? Oops. Elden Ring. Shadow. Collector's edition. There we go. If I wanted to buy it now, where would I get it from? No, they've not released the information yet. Okay. Alright, cool. I'll look into that later. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up my stream here. Thank you for everyone who's watching. Let me know if you're interested in this game as well, what your thoughts are on the trailer. If you've noticed something I missed out on, fucking let me know in the comments on my YouTube video when I upload this later. I am going to head off. I know it's a short stream. I normally stream longer, but obviously I've not been feeling well. I don't want to push myself too hard, so I'll probably stream whenever I can next. What I am planning on doing, actually, I'm doing a co-op stream with Harpy. We're going to be playing Stardew Valley. That'll probably be my next stream whenever I do stream. Sometime next week. I can't give you any exact day at this point. Who fucking knows when I'll get better.